paraphrasing and summarising. Kaya and hi. Today we're going to look at paraphrasing and summarising, and we're going to use the notes we have taken from our first journal articles. In your type 2 diabetes essay, you may want to introduce the concept of barriers and enablers as described in this Burke et al. Article. So let's use your notes to create a paraphrase. There are 4 main barriers. 1. Community effects. 2. Family. 3. Access to food. 4. Communication and maintenance. In remote areas, access to suitable and healthy food can be problematic. Now remember, these are our notes. We didn't copy and paste from the original, so that's a good start. But we still need to create a new sentence that's significantly different to the original. To start, we can reorder the information and change the wording. So, for community effects, it would be good to change the word effects, and I suggest using Microsoft Word's thesaurus to help. If you highlight the word and press Shift F7, you'll be provided with these multiple results. But be very careful to choose the correct word. In this case, I think influences works well. Now, I suggest we add some contextual information at the beginning, and to make it clear this is paraphrased, we can sometimes use the author's name up front. According to Burke et al. 2023, the 4 predominant barriers to T2D healthcare in rural and regional Australia are: next, we'll continue to change the wording to ensure it's significantly different. A. Obtaining appropriate nutrition. B. Local community influences. C. Support from relatives. And D. Continually providing supportive information. Finally, we compare our paraphrase with the original to make sure there is a significant difference. And all looks good. So, some ideas to think about when you're paraphrasing. Start your first sentence at a different point from the original. Use as many synonyms as possible, but be careful to use the correct one. Break the original sentence into 2 separate sentences. Think about changing the sentence structure. And what do I mean by the last idea? Well, let's take a simple sentence from our notes on enablers. Assessing the specific needs of a cultural group, we can change it around to: the specific needs of a cultural group needs to be assessed. And now we can create the original meaning by adding further information from our notes. One important enabler requires the specific needs of a cultural group to be assessed. The other is ... Let's move on to summarising, which is actually easier than paraphrasing because you are selecting the important elements for your essay from an extended text, usually a paragraph or 2, and combining them into one sentence. When you've read the source and have a good understanding of what it is about, it makes it much easier to summarise. Let's look at another one of our journal articles. Improvement in delivery of type 2 diabetes services differs by mode of care. A retrospective longitudinal analysis in the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander primary health care setting. Here is some text from the conclusion I want to summarise. By the way, CQI means continuous quality improvement. Our findings of an association between CQI participation and higher delivery for all modes of care suggest that CQI at health centre level has the potential to improve care delivery across the scope of services, but acting on its own, without high-level support, the effects achieved may remain modest and, for some modes of care, may not be sustained. Our findings are a reminder that actions at different levels of the system are likely to have an important influence on the nature and scale of improvements that are achieved. First, I'll highlight the parts that I want to include in my summary, and next we'll have a go at constructing a new sentence. Shear et al. 2023 discussed there is potential to improve care delivery for Aboriginal and Torres Strait people with T2D through higher levels of support, but this support needs to be maintained for long-term CQI. Some of this summary is still too similar to the original, so I need to continue to change the sentence structure and some of the words until it is wholly my own. Shear et al. 2023 discussed that healthcare for Aboriginal and Torres Strait people with T2D can be enhanced through improvement in the provision of appropriate care, but this support needs to be maintained for long-term CQI. All right, looking good. And that's it for this session. Keep focused.